welcome back to my channel. I wanted to discuss a very important topic today because I know a lot of us worry about this and a lot of us have questions about this, and I personally have recently experienced it, so I thought I'd share it with you, give you a better understanding and just more knowledge. Muscle loss, or just weight loss in general. If that scale starts going down, what does that mean? So a lot of you know that I have been at least 145 pounds, 150 pounds for the past few years. I've always maintained at that weight. Even though my body has kind of, reshaped or fluctuated, it's always remained within that 145, 150. Now, a lot of you know recently, in September, I experienced a pinched nerve in my neck, so I had to kind of halt all training for a good few months. So I was just really focusing on diet, making sure I had the proper diet so I could, maintain what I had, not gain any more weight, and then also get what I needed to recover, to heal properly. From that point, I ended up, I stopped weight training as much or going as hard as I was. I'm not doing as much cardio. And then I kind of transitioned from doing a lot of weight training. I went into jiu-jitsu, I was doing Muay Thai. So these 4 days a week I am doing jiu-jitsu. Muay Thai is kind of a hit or miss, and then I do two strength training days a week, like consistently. It's been that way for probably the good 6 months. Well, I didn't even really pay attention, honestly, because I was so focused on training and I was so focused on my intuitive eating and all the changes and just enjoying the process that I didn't really weigh myself through that whole time, and I had to weigh in for my competition this last weekend. A few days before that I was like, oh, I should make sure I'm hitting into my weight bracket, because otherwise if I don't, I have to move into a different weight bracket. Well, I ended up being 136 pounds. I was shocked actually when I weighed myself, because I was like, oh my god, that's like 10 pounds in the last 8 months. I still have a good amount of muscle on me. I've leaned down, but it's not all fat. So with that being said, I've had fat loss, but I've also had muscle loss. That's not a lot to be a huge significant amount, but enough that it's gonna make a difference on the scale. Why? Why do I have fat loss? Why do I have muscle loss? So we're gonna kind of go into the details of going back to, I started doing jiu-jitsu, so it's a whole different form of training. You're training your muscles in a different way. It's more of the push and pull motions that you're doing, the endurance, the muscle endurance that you're going through, that you're training your muscles in. So it's not like you're going in and when you're just lifting weights. Because I haven't been doing any upper body training and my lower body training has been limited down to 2 days, I'm gonna have some muscle loss, and obviously the intensity I'm training at. And because jiu-jitsu is, you're training in bursts. It's not, so it's gonna be kind of an anaerobic training, so it's like HIIT training. So you're like going intense and then you calm. And then you're going intense and then you're calm. But again, you're training your muscles in a completely different way. So I've been able to, obviously maintain muscle overall, but my body has completely kind of reshaped from training jiu-jitsu. And again, I'm just training my muscles in a different way. I haven't lifted weights for any upper body for a good 6 months or even longer. If I were to go, I actually did this the other day. If I were to go take the 20 pounds that I used to use and try to do my normal sets and reps I used to do, I get burned out quick. So my strength has decreased significantly, but I have a good amount of strength for jiu-jitsu because I'm training that my body's getting there. So I'm conditioned, I'm endurance, my strength is according to that. So I'm still training my muscles, I still have muscles, and I still, I think if anything, just the change up, my body's been loving it. A lot of you have noticed my body has really completely taken a whole new shape. I'm still working every single muscle group, upper body, arms, core, chest, back, legs, down to your feet, because you have to flex and hook and do crazy things. Your grip strength, literally jiu-jitsu, you're working every single thing. Your neck, all the way to your neck. Like, I'm not kidding you, it's a whole different kind of training. And the breakdown is I train jiu-jitsu 4 days a week, and I do 2 strength training days a week, and they usually involve stability, like balance, conditioning. It's mostly lower body because I get a lot of upper body work in my jiu-jitsu, so I don't need that extra upper body weight training day, so I don't do that. I actually haven't been doing, since my competition, I haven't done any cardio. I probably will throw one in here and there just to keep up with my cardio, keep my endurance up, but other than that, I don't need to do cardio at all. I get that from jiu-jitsu actually. I do take at least 2 rest days a week, and I do a lot of stretching. I stretch every single day. With my weight training, when I do my strength days, I'm not going super intense heavy. Granted, you know, I'm not trying to obviously gain anything. I'm just maintaining my strength, maintaining, you know, just keeping everything conditioned, and obviously besides just for my training, the physical, the way you look too. But who doesn't want a firm booty and nice legs? Yeah, so. And again, like I said, it just kind of balances out. Jiu-jitsu is my upper body workout, my core, my back, all of that. And lower body is other days. But what I really like about jiu-jitsu, we do so many push-ups, like a lot of push-ups, a lot. Like every single training session, before we start, we depending on how many people are in our group, like we'll do like a series of core. Each person does at least 30 reps of something. So if you have 15 people in the class, you're doing 15 different exercises, core exercises for 30 reps. And every third person, we're doing like 30 push-ups. So it ends up being a lot, and you're doing that, you know, 4 times a week. So I get a lot of, so that's where I kind of maintain my strength for my upper body. When you go into a training session and you're lifting 10 pounds and you're moving up to 15, you're moving up to 20, when you're doing that, you're obviously going to increase strength and you're going to increase size, you know, with the right diet. According to that, you're going to build lean muscle mass. But because I haven't been doing that specific training, I've more been maintaining what I need for that kind of training. So I think I've lost muscle because I'm not doing what I used to do, which is okay. I mean, I still think I look great. I still have strength, I still have endurance, I still have, I mean, my stability, my balance, like all of those things have shot up significantly, which I love. So it's nice to change it up though, like from doing just weight training, I've been doing it for a long time. So it's nice to just do a completely whole different, just training lifestyle, and you know, I still get to work my body. It's just not split muscle groups, you know, each day of the week. Obviously, diet plays a huge part too. You know, I did with intuitive eating, I completely changed everything, so I'm not doing all the processed stuff, obviously, because I'm not doing the processed stuff for the health reasons and energy and all of that. So my body's been maintaining at where it needs to be, where it's at, it's comfortable. What I'm doing now is so easy. I'm able to have good energy levels, digestion works great, I feel good, I look good, sleep really good, energy, I mean, all of that stuff like works well, and my body just kind of fell into place and just has a good balance now. So I don't, you know, obviously, because I'm not trying to bulk, I'm not trying to lose weight, I'm just trying to get better at what I'm doing right now. Like physically, obviously, from what I'm doing with all my training, physically, it's just going to keep improving and getting better with that. But I don't have specific goals of weight loss or weight gain. Like if I really think about it and being perfectly honest with you guys, I could probably eat a lot more with the way I train, but there's some days I just don't really feel like eating. Like, I mean, it's not like I'm eating 1 meal a day or something. Like I'm eating at least 4 meals a day plus my pre and post workout meals, so it ends up being like 4 meals with 2 half meals or whatever, shakes and fruit. If I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna force myself to eat, and that's with intuitive eating. If I'm full, I stop. So it's just one of those things, and you know, obviously, like I always make sure I have a good significant amount of carbs and things that fuel my workouts, like around my workouts. I'm not just completely going into something completely starving and hungry. Like I really emphasize around my training sessions. And then the rest of the days, you know, I obviously am eating when I'm hungry and stopping when I'm full. And with jiu-jitsu, you don't want to go into a training session full anyway, because you're probably going to throw up. you know, people are, you know, doing specific things like knee on belly, so people get up and, or they're sitting on you, you know, we get into those like certain submissions and those positions. You don't want to have a bunch of stuff in your stomach, because otherwise you're gonna be like all over the person, and they're never gonna want to train with you again. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I didn't really pay attention to it. I wasn't paying attention to it. I was more focused on how much I was enjoying what I was doing with everything from the intuitive eating to jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, and then just kind of taking it back on my weight training a little bit. And I just wanted to be a good, you know, be an example to you guys that shows that you don't always have to follow one specific way of training and you have to stay in that. You know, I've changed and done different things, so many different things over the years, because one thing I either get burned out on it and I want to try something new. I'm not afraid of trying something new, and I like change. I really, really do. When I commit myself to something, I commit myself to something. I'm not like, I don't half-ass it. I'm not saying, oh, I'm gonna do this and just post it on social media that I'm doing this. I actually had somebody recently, it was actually a black belt, I was having a conversation with, and he said, yeah, I saw you when you were, when you first did, you posted that you were doing jiu-jitsu, and he's like, oh, how cute. Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. And then he said, well, 5 months later, and then I go to a competition, he's all, oh, dang, he's all, this girl is serious. So I'm one of those people that when I say something, I follow through with it. I'm committed to it. I just don't say it and then like don't do it. I always follow through with everything I say. Always been that way, not only for the people around me, but for my own self, because I don't like to start something and then quit halfway through. I'm not a quitter. Nope, nope, nope. I'm too stubborn. I'm too prideful for that. But when I had to weigh in for that competition, I realized that I had lost a significant amount of weight, but I still look muscular. I probably am smaller in a lot of aspects, but I just haven't been paying attention to it, honestly, because I've just been enjoying it. But I wanted to share it with you guys just because I know a couple of you had that question when I weighed in on one of my videos. You're like, wait, what? I thought you were 145. So a lot of you, if you don't know, I am 5'4", and I am currently like 136 pounds right now. I think the only time it's really like noticeable and can really impact you is if you're just not doing anything, period. If you're not weight training, you're not doing any form of like a resistant training exercise, you're gonna get muscle loss and you're gonna notice it, and then you're gonna have to, you know, obviously go back into a program to build your muscle again. Depending on the situation too, you may lose fat or you may lose muscle and may gain fat. It just depends on the situation. It's when you aren't doing any form of exercise that you are gonna get a significant amount of muscle loss over a period of time, and it's gonna be noticeable. But I'm not freaking out, honestly, because I love what I'm doing now. I'm really enjoying it, and so I'm like, muscle loss, okay, that's fine. I mean, that's the beauty of the lifestyle, is as long as you're doing this, you have the option to go back and forth and do whatever you want. For me, I like the challenge of starting something new again. It's like new motivation. I got something to do, you know? So it's kind of fun for me, and I just wanted to, you know, share that with you guys and be honest with you guys and be that role model. Be like, it's okay. You know, it's okay you don't have to be training 6 days a week on this split and doing this amount of cardio and eating this specific way. You don't have to. There's so many different options and so many different ways of doing something. What really comes down to is if you enjoy it, if you love what you're doing, that's all that matters. And I'm a perfect example of that. Is like, you know, a lot of you have followed me for a long time, and you've seen so many things. You see me do so many different things, try so many different things. I'm always sharing something new with you guys, always educating you on something. And you know, I'm just a perfect example of that. Is like, just go for what you love, what you enjoy. It doesn't have to be a specific way. And obviously, if you're enjoying it, whatever you're doing, it's gonna show. And I know a lot of you have recently commented, you know, on how I look right now, and they're like, oh my god, what are you doing? And you know, it came down to where I just stopped stressing on everything and just enjoyed the process, you know, and changed it. I stopped worrying so much about, I gotta weight train this way, only this way to keep that look, you know. And I don't want to get stuck in one way, you know. I think this life is about experience experiencing different things, trying new things, and, you know, growing. I mean, you're learning about yourself and learning new things, and, you know, finding something that is really positive in your life, because I think that is key. If what you're doing is not positive, you shouldn't be doing it. You want it to be positive, because when it's positive, you know, that brings motivation, that brings the results, that brings success, that brings accomplishment, and that makes you feel good about yourself. What am I gonna do at this point? Well, I'm just gonna keep continuing what I'm doing, because I enjoy it. I really do. I'm just gonna keep following intuitive eating. I'm gonna keep training jujitsu. I'm just gonna keep progressing with that, because I freaking love it. It's been so awesome. And, you know, obviously things will change, but I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys posted on everything, and if you want to try it the same way, you can. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. Try something that does work for you. But I just thought I'd share that with you guys, update you a little bit, and yeah, thank you guys for tuning in again. Make sure you like and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next video.